Okay, this is probably my 8th try. But, so, after the loss to Joe Pyfer, where does Israel Adesanya go next? If you ask me, I think if Israel Adesanya should go anywhere, it's retirement. He's only 36 years old, but he's on a 4-fight losing streak. I mean, and he puts up an alright fight. His last win, a great win over Alex Pereira. No shame in, I mean, if you beat Alex, I mean, but that was when Alex was a middleweight. That was quite a bit ago. I don't know. I think it's been 4 years since Adesanya's last win. But yeah, so let me dive into what I mean by I think you should go into retirement just a little bit more. Like I said, 4-fight losing streak, hasn't won in probably about 4 years. I mean, just what Alex Pereira has accomplished in that time. Just in general, I mean, it's been so long. So the question asked is, or I guess the question begs, or whatever, is Israel Adesanya washed? In my personal opinion, yeah. I mean, he was great just a couple years ago when he was knocking people out, or I guess TKOing people too. And Robert Whitaker and Marvin Vittori. I always mess up his name. I think I got it right that time. Jared Cannonier, Anderson Silva. Those are all alright performances. They're great, but then he faced a guy like Strickland, and then after that loss, he faced DDP, Dracus du Plessis. So, I think that and he said in his post-fight interview with Joe Pyfer, which I'll actually talk about that next, but he said he doesn't want to retire, he doesn't want to go anywhere. And if you ask me, that's bad. He's just tarnishing his legacy and stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, 36 isn't exactly a very old age. I think most people at that age would have 4 or 5 years left in them. Maybe, go to 39. But yeah. So, he was TKO'd in round 2 by Joe Pyfer. Pyfer looked phenomenal. But it's not to say that Adesanya looked bad either. I'm actually really surprised how much of a fight Adesanya put up. He was throwing good punches. He wasn't really, kicking or anything. Not that I can remember anyways. But, you could tell he's noticeably slower to the punch, a little bit less agile than he used to be. I don't think it's going to quite be a fall from grace quite as bad as, Anderson Silva or Tony Ferguson or, I don't know, Dan Henderson in his final years there, Andrei Arlovski, people like that. Taito Ivasa is a good example too, but so what I mean by he's going to tarnish his legacy is I think the more losses he racks up, it's just because a lot of people consider him better than Anderson Silva. I'm going to be honest, I think that's not true at all. I think just because Adesanya beat a washed old man Anderson Silva, after steroid fails and stuff like that, and a layoff and the leg break and all the other stuff that went into it. But, so realistically, I think if Adesanya is, and he's already booked for another fight, I've heard. I think that's horrible. I think Dana White's gonna let him get the shit beat out of him like he did with Ferguson. You gotta stop some of these guys. You stop Chuck Liddell. I mean, I just don't. I get it. He's entertaining. I just think, in my personal opinion, Adesanya is cringe. He's annoying. He's little Sean Strickland Jr. Now, let me immediately rephrase that. I guess I should have said that way differently. He's kind of like Strickland. And the fact that he says stuff like, I'm going to kick this guy's ass. I'm going to put on the most entertaining fight. And then he goes out there, and it's not his fault against Yoel Romero, because Romero just didn't want to fight that night, which is crazy for Romero. I mean, that guy's an animal. But I mean, like he took like what 2-3 losses, and they cut him without a second thought. But they let people like Ferguson and Taito Ivasa and Adesanya stick around. Well, they finally just released Ferguson here about, I don't know, probably a year ago now. Yeah, so I just think if they are going to release him / fire him, whatever, they should do it now. He shouldn't be fighting anymore. I think he just doesn't have that killer instinct. He's not the style bender anymore. If anything, he's just... I mean, he still strikes good, but he's not doing these crazy kicks anymore. I mean, can't do that stuff anymore. He's getting older. So, I'm going to probably end this video here in a couple seconds, but I'm going to end it by saying that I think Israel Adesanya is just tarnishing his legacy with every more fight he takes past 2020, pretty much, I'd say. Is around the time I'd say he fell off. I'd say don't even do this next fight. Retire before it. Or go out there and try to have a, an absolute war and retire on a good fight. So, yeah. I'm going to leave it at that. And, yeah, thank you for watching.